My white dress turned crimson as the gunshot hit my stomach. In fear, I dialed my fiancé, Stephen Murray, but the call didn't connect. Desperation welled up inside me as I tried again, but I just heard, "Hello, the number you dialed is currently unavailable." A sinister laugh echoed through the building, a malevolent grin on his face was visible to me. But before I could ask for mercy, the second shot ranged out, and the bullet struck my chest. "How tragic," the shooter mocked. I collapsed to the ground, my vision blurring, as the blood poured around me. Instantly, the shadow of happiness that my friends had just shared with me faded. They were so happy that they had already prepared a speech for my wedding tomorrow. My parents were also waiting at home, asking me to enjoy my last day as their daughter before becoming Stefan's wife. As for my older brother, he must have been waiting to practice dancing with me. But what could I do? My body was cold and my soul felt like it was floating. In the end, I was lying alone in an abandoned building, the place where I was dragged when I waited for a taxi to take me home from a bridal shower party. When Stefan knew about my death, his tears fell onto his sleeves as he clutched his hair in frustration and regret, whispering, "Beatrice, you promised you would always be with me." But I just cursed, "Stefan, you deserve it, asterisk asterisk asterisk." My restless soul drifted to the house where Stefan and I built before we got married. I did not know why suddenly I came there. But when I came to our bedroom, I understood the reason. On our bed, Stefan was sleeping soundly beside his first love, Kathy Oliver, without a single piece of clothing. I burst into laughter, feeling like my soul shattered. It turned out that Stefan hadn't answered my call because he was spending his last day of being single with Kathy. Stefan and I had a tumultuous relationship for 4 years because of that woman, but I kept forgiving him. Finally, he proposed to me, and we were getting married soon. But unfortunately, he still could not leave her side until the end. That night, my friends had a bridal shower party for me, so I excitedly went to the restaurant where they celebrated it. I obviously told Stefan about it. He was so happy and said that he would spend his last day being single with his friends also. That was why I did not think much about it and let him have fun. After all, he drove me to the restaurant and promised to pick me up when it was over. But when the party was over at midnight, he just sent me a message. "Stefan, Beatrice, sorry I could not answer your call. My friends keep telling me to drink, so I probably can not pick you up. Just take a taxi." When I saw the message, I also wondered if it would be dangerous to drive in a drunken state. But my best friend, Alicia Hoffman, also saw it. She could not help but say he should refuse the drink from the first time. After all, he promised to pick you up. I calmed her down by saying, "That's fine. I can take a taxi." One of my friends asked me for a ride, but I rejected it since I did not want to bother them. "That's fine, guys. My family's residence is near this restaurant. You guys better go home and sleep early because tomorrow you have to enliven my wedding," I stated. They answered in unison, "Okay." After saying goodbye to them, I walked to the street and waited for the taxi. But before I could stop one, a man suddenly grabbed my body and covered my mouth, then he dragged me back. I repeatedly rebelled, but it was the middle of the night, so the alley was very quiet. When we reached the abandoned building, he pushed me until I tumbled down to the floor. As I was still wincing in pain because my knee was bleeding, suddenly, he shot me in the stomach. In fear, I tried my best to run away and called Stefan, but I ended up dying tragically with a blood pool around my white bridal shower dress. What I did not expect was that Stefan was not there where I needed him the most. When I thought he was still with his friends, it turned out that he was enjoying a night with his first love. Bastard. I swore. I could notice if Stefan was so drunk at that moment, while Kathy was so sober and enjoyed stroking his hair while smiling happily. After making sure that Stefan was asleep, she reached for his phone and deleted all of my unanswered calls. How dare she? This reckless act would clearly make Stefan never know about my condition when he woke up tomorrow. After all, while he slept with Kathy, I called him repeatedly because someone killed me with the gun. I muttered, "Stefan, if you knew this was the last time I would call you for help, would you regret missing my call and choosing to spend the night with that woman?" But after I finished my sentence, he suddenly woke up, as if hearing my sound. Stefan blinked his eyes and stared directly at my soul. I was stunned and could not help wondering, can he see me?